And here we go, dungeon number 5. This one is Outbreak. It's pestilence, plague, and disease. All the good stuff. So straight off, we talk to Falkirk here. He tells you how, like, all the good stuff that's going to happen to you in the zone. Great. So once he's finished talking, the crypts will become active. You click on them and a little mob will spawn. There it is, it's active now. There is 12 to click on. You can just do 11, kill all the mobs, then click the 12th, and Falkirk himself and all the Springfield healers will become active if they're near you. So what I like to do is click on 11 of them, kill the trash mobs, then click on the 12th and start killing Falkirk. And now we click on number 12, Falkirk himself is active and the healers. Now Falkirk does have a noxious tick that reduces your fervor by 270 to 300, but your mercenary should be healing you up anyway, so it shouldn't be too worrying. And there we go, stick a forking in, he is dead. You open the chest and equip the healer mask that comes inside this chest. Right, so we've got our cool looking plague mask on now, so we're all protected from these nasty gases. So now, non-aggro the pets and the merc, then just trying to avoid all of these guys, but try and keep to the path. If you go to the right here, I think the left also, you will get trash mobs that appear from nowhere, so just follow the path round. Yep, just like that. And avoid the werewolves. Yeah, there's a couple over this rise coming up as well. I've actually started going on the right hand side because that avoids them totally. Coming up to our next name. It's a pair of names with two little lads with them. These two big worms here, you can see right there. Absolutely nothing exotic about these pairs, just plenty of hit points, that's all. Like, so the more DPS you can put on it, the better. Yeah. Right, so grab the loot and remember the hydrogen extract. Yep. Again, you have to equip that so you can kill the Oxo Cube. Otherwise, the Oxo Cube just keeps healing itself constantly. And it gets incredibly frustrating when you can't kill him. Right, we now just go back the way we came. Just hug the mountain on the left hand side and follow it all the way around. Avoid these green gas clouds, they will spawn a giant worm who wants to eat you. Cough cough time, my lungs are burning, please save me. You too can get a pretty worm like this if you run into a glass cloud, and here's the final lot, avoid them also. And next we have 4 lots of these goblin creatures, just train them all the way to the top so we can get to the next name. And here's the Flesh Eater, otherwise known as the Giant Oxo Cube. Ranged DPS and from there, do not go into the water, it's a 1 million damage tick. So now just pull them back, get all the mobs together, and you can just start AoE them to death and kill the Oxo Cube. Remember, you have to take your potion, otherwise he won't die. The Baduba Oxo Cube dead, so now collect the loot and let's work our way back down the mountain. Again, we have to avoid all the green clouds so we don't get the magic worm spawning. So just hug the right hand side of the mountain here and just follow the path round to the next named. And here we have Hydragoon Valiar with his two little friends. All you do is you just kill the ads first, then concentrate all your DPS on him. Not long into the fight, he will spawn this purpley black cloud of lightning. All you do is just get out of range. You can't actually see if it looks straight down on the floor when you are out of range. So then you can just do a bit of range DPS till you can get back in. You can tell when the super duper lightning charge has gone off, it's like a little green flash. There it is, boom. And now you can just get back in and DPS him. Depending on your DPS, you might have to do this 2 or 3 times. There we go, so collect that and remember to equip it so we can get through the force field, or you'll just stand there on the other side and look at the name thing and, why can't I get through? Not that way, no. Not that way. Yep, that's it. You can just go straight up the top of the mountain or just follow the path round to the right hand side. It's entirely up to you. Right, we're coming up to the final guy. It is that quick. Rallius Ratican. This is an incredibly annoying fight. You collect the little yellow spore things, they do take you green if you don't get them in time. And you collect about 3 or 4 of these. And from your inventory, just right click on them when you're focused on one of the bats. It kind of like dulls their attention, sends them to sleep, kind of. It's very buggy and I really detest this fight. Because most of the time I drag up most of the bats. When you go into the water, any buffs you have will start disappearing. So remember to put your buffs back on. So collect about 3 or 4 spores. Do about 3 or 4 of the bats right in front of Ratican, and then try and just body pull them. And then run to the other side of the river away from all the bats. Doesn't dull the bat senses totally, so just keep an eye on it. It's just, I find this one very buggy actually. I seem to go to the exact same point every day, and some days it works fine, I don't drag any bats, other days I'll drag 3 or 4. But never mind. Yeah, we're getting away with it this time, I can't remember. I've only dragged 1, that's not bad. The more bats you drag, the less DPS it seems to do on Ratican. But ones should be alright, he should be burning down pretty quick with him. do remember to put your buffs back on. Like, I haven't, yeah, just put mine on now. I do forget. Sometimes you lose more than one the longer you're in the water. So just start burning them down. It can be slow. If you don't have any bats with him, then he dies really quick actually. And there we are, wasn't that bad today. Status, ooh, little mod infuser, cool, make us a little bit better. And yeah, Raticans can't get that. And then we start looking for the shiny, there always is one. Sometimes it's a really awkward one to look for sometimes. Look down here, virtually all the way around the outside, sometimes it's on the islands. Sometimes it's behind the little logs up here, yep, just here, sometimes. On the central island. Right over the other side as well. Oh god, I got hit by the spore thing again. There it is, yeah. There's only like half a dozen locations. I'll always check the obvious ones first. And got that one, never mind. And that's it, you're done now. Just back to the portal and go and do something else. If you were happy and you're really excited over this film, just like and subscribe. If not, if I was totally terrible, please tell me. I would love to know. See you next time.